Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Buccaneers sit 9-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And we take it in by Shaheed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And the Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Hurts fumbles it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll roll him out right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious. So they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. Here's 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Being chased out left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And quick throw there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
21.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DeAndre Swift with 18 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Pinero's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Hurts. 9 timers left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Like it's been this negative as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Here's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we need easy. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Pinero's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Back to throw now on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
73. On touch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miller. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Hurts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Romeo Dobbs from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Herbert now. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the 1st half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to McCaffrey, complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. This 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get the throw it.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 41, Hurts sliding it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Oh, that's a tough one for a quarterback because on a bootleg, you turn your back to the defense naturally and you lose sight of the defenders for just a split second. And then, surprise, in this case, someone's right in his grill.
3rd and 12. They'll drop the throw. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
And now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to him, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
They'll find Swift out in the backfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
On the move to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. McCaffrey running up the middle. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Herbert. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They they start on the ground with McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? But you give them that.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second.